like teaching children that look like me, reflect me. So I've always worked in schools where I feel like I could make a difference, right? Where I feel like they need good teachers, but they don't always get them.
There are so many people who say that the public education system is broken, and it's not broken, but it needs a pretty significant overhaul, and it needs a lot of love and attention and strategic work, and Stanton is, I think, a place where those things are coming together in the right way.
You talk, you get off my line.
DC Scholar Stanton is a partnership school.
We're a public school that partners with a charter school, and we use their model, but we're not a charter school. We're still a public school.
The partnership is between DC Public Schools and Scholar Academies, which is a school-based management organization. Stanton became a partnership school because it had failed to meet annual yearly progress for so many years. Former Chancellor Rhee decided that a more radical change was needed to turn the tide for Stanton. So she requested that teams apply to do this work with her here in the district. In the beginning of that first year, almost immediately, we began to see some of the truth of the urban legend, which was that Stanton had been really chaotic and that there was a lack of order and discipline. Students were really frustrated academically, and it was an uphill battle every single day the first year.
When you come into a new school, they give you all these silver bullets, right? They tell you all these things that are supposed to make a school be really good, right? Kids need to be in school longer, that's supposed to do something. You're supposed to change up the curriculum, and that's supposed to do something great. You're supposed to all be on the same page about everything, and that's supposed to make things great. And we did all that stuff. And yeah, none of that was working. It was kind of still a hot mess, even 7 months into it.
It wasn't enough, and so there is still that little seed of doubt because we lived through an experience where we saw that you can put all the ingredients in and not get the ultimate product that you want. But I think the important thing is I don't ever want that seed of doubt to go away because it makes us drive that much harder. Between the summer of the first year, which we affectionately refer to as year 0 because it went so badly that we didn't want to count it, most of the staff stayed, even though it was really going into battle every single day. A lot of the staff stayed, and we recommitted to doing the things that had worked even better and even stronger.
So ultimately, I stayed after my first year because I had built really strong relationships with the staff. I feel like when people go through something traumatizing, it kind of builds some camaraderie, right? Some kind of strong relationships there, right? I felt like even though the first year wasn't that great, the people that I worked with, they kept me on my A game.
I have no idea how you got that answer.
I feel like we're onto something big. I also like our group because we're not afraid to take chances. It's really nice to be on the cutting edge of stuff and not to be stuck in old ways.
I come because I can't wait to see how our third graders are going to do on the PIA, right? And I want to be there and shake their hand. Or I come because I want to read the next chapter of my book with our 4th grade students. Or I want to know how Ms. Tillman's new book clubs are going, right? I know so much about what's happening structurally that I can't imagine not being a part of that for them. And because we have so far to go, we have only taken a small step.
I think I just kind of feel blessed because I like my job. So I think it's when you like your job, right, then you don't mind, doing it all the time. I don't know how spiritual people are, but it's kind of like when you find what you're supposed to do in life, it's like you've got to make sure you do it well, because like somehow we were all put here, right, to like do something. And we all are put here to help each other too. So it's kind of like you just work hard, because if you don't, like, people don't go to college, right? Kids don't get smarter. Kids don't get to live the lives that they deserve to live. I can't stop poverty. I can't stop where you live or what happens there, but I can make your life better here. And I can make you love math, and I can make this a place where you want to be.
Stanton's important to me because I have a close personal relationship with every person who walks in this building, and I can't look Onae Carroll in the face and tell her I'm not prepared for today's lesson because something more important came up, because nothing's more important to me than Onae going to college. And so Stanton has to work, because Stanton has to put Onae on the path to college. And because if we don't, then who will?